So let me just verify if we are live. Okay, I think we are live. So good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone, for the viewers of Thousand Miles AI Live sections. And today, we are continuing with another career guidance or like how to get in, like specifically how to get into Google Guide from a Google engineer here. And yeah, I'm very excited to ask you many questions, Nihal. Looking forward for that. So before that, just addressing for the our audience here, like many of them are students, and there are also some early professional career professionals. So basically, Nihal, like we were talking to the students over this last few months, and some professionals, and they always have this stigma that getting into Google is it's only for few people, and it's very niche. But today we want to break that and see like what was your journey, what was your experience, and what kind of advice you can give them to like kind of work towards that, right? Getting into Google or Microsoft, Meta, like all these FANG, MANG companies. So I think let's get started. So we'll get started with a brief introduction of you, what was your journey, like what's your background, what are you doing now, and like maybe yeah, just introduce yourself in 1 2 minutes. Yeah, I hand over
Yeah,
to you,
sure. Thank
Nihal.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you can hear me fine. Thank you, Praveen, for having me
Yes.
here. So yes, myself, Nihal. I'm based out of Vancouver, Canada. Uh, so my journey started I completed my bachelor's in India, NIT Calicut, and then like worked in India for 3 years before moving to US to complete my master's. And after my master's, I worked at a Dallas-based company called Copart for 3 years before getting into Google. So in Google, I just completed my fourth year now,
Oh, nice.
running into my fifth year.
Mm.
Yep, the experience is nice. Like as you said, like there was this. I mean, there is a conception that like it's very difficult to get into Google, and am I the right fit, all those kind of questions, right? Like when I did my bachelor's, like when Google came to our campus for hiring, like I had that same thought, like am I the right fit, am I good enough to
Mm.
get into Google?
Yes,
But
yes.
yeah. But yeah, I'm not saying that like it's easy or
Hmm.
anything. It's tough. Like I had to prepare really well. Um, I joined in 2022 April, right?
Hmm.
And my preparation, my interview process, everything started in 2021 itself.
Oh, it's
And
a
it was a long process. Like
long
yeah,
process.
it was like a long process. Like there were 5 rounds of interview just in the final, and one phone screen, multiple calls with recruiter. But yeah, it was very long. Like I think it took me almost 2 to 3 months
Mm.
for the entire process, and like the preparation mostly included me practicing lead code questions.
Mm. Okay.
I was like every day I would spend like 1 hour, 2 hours. I think more than an hour. Yeah, between 1 and 2 hours, just
Hmm.
practicing questions at different levels. That's what I did. It's been quite some time since I went back to lead code, but yeah, that's what most of my practicing included. Not just like typing in the code, because these big companies, and I think like Google, during my interview experience, what I noticed is they don't want you to like write fully functioning compilable code, right?
Hmm.
They don't
Okay.
expect to see any
Okay.
outputs. You are expected to write your code in a Google Doc.
Mm. Okay. Okay. So without
So
any
yeah, so
runtime. Mm.
yeah, yeah. So during my preparation, what I did was like once I find the solution for a lead code problem, I would write it in a notebook to
Mm.
make sure that I can do it on a whiteboard or a blank paper,
Okay.
rather than just on a yeah, just
Yeah.
on something like HackerRank or anything.
Okay. Good. So just want to ask you maybe it's detail does language matter? Language or is it matter? Does it depend on the team or what should just
Uh,
yeah.
uh, yeah, I prefer doing it in Java. I mean, at that time, most of my work before Google, I was doing in TypeScript. I was a mobile
Mm.
React Native developer. I was
Mm.
working in a mobile application. So most of my day to day, I would say 95 percentage of my day to day was in TypeScript, and I wanted to have that Java experience. So I preferred
Mm,
Java during my interviews, and whenever I was practicing lead code, I would do
you
in
preferred
Java.
Java.
Some questions I would submit using both Java and Python, but mostly I prefer Java. That's what
Okay.
I think. Like, yeah, basically, like, that's something that you can use anywhere, right? Any
Anyway,
company.
yes, yes. Because
Yeah.
like I asked this specific question because this is some repeated question we get from students. Like we only know Python. Like should we prepare data structure algorithms in Java or should we
Yeah.
move back to Java? Like yeah, that's why I specifically asked this question since you
Question.
mentioned you
Yeah,
tried.
they don't necessarily say they don't necessarily ask you to like do use any one particular language. It's your
I
choice.
yes
You
yes.
can use whichever you want. But yeah, I considered it as an opportunity for me to brush up my
Okay okay
Java skills. Since
okay.
yeah,
So in short, it's like everything depends on the algorithm and
algorithm. Yes,
how
that's what
you
they're looking
yes.
for. Yes.
So
So
the
I still
format.
vividly remember. Yeah, I still vividly remember that, like, my first round of interview, right? The phone screen. It was a question where I had to use tries,
Okay. So
and
so
doing
this
it on a Google Doc.
so phone interview means like similar to like a Zoom call. They just
It's a yeah,
share you
it's
share.
a Google Meet. Yeah, it's a Google Meet link. You have to share your screen. There will be a shared Google Doc where you will
Hmm.
write your code, and they would probably, like, they would ask you questions, and like if time permits, they would give you follow-up questions and see. Basically,
Hmm.
what they're trying to do is, like, I think one of the main advantage that I had during that interview was, like, I knew the concept that
Hmm.
there is something existing called tries. I knew that, and I think the interview was like, uh, uh he appreciated that, I guess.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Nice. So yeah, so just to like summarize, like put a like timeline. So first was your phone interview, this interview, right? This format.
Yes. Yeah. It was a phone
So
interview.
mhm.
First was my recruiter call. So basically, I didn't have any uh, a referral or anything. I found a
Okay.
position on Google's website. I applied through it. I wasn't expecting to get any calls or
Hmm.
anything, but I got an email from the recruiter. The recruiter scheduled a phone screening. That was our actual phone, a mobile
Okay.
phone. So yeah, we spoke about 30 minutes, and
Hmm.
then the phone
Okay.
screen
Got it.
happened.
Got it.
That was our
Hmm.
Google Meet. That lasted for 45 minutes. And, like, after the phone screen, it took, I think, like 3 to 4 weeks for me to hear back from them.
Okay. Okay.
And then they scheduled the final round where it took, where there were 5 rounds of interviews, each 45 minutes, back to back.
So it was in person or it was online again? This
Google Meet,
Google
Google
Meet.
Meet,
Google
yeah,
Meet. Okay.
Google Meet, yeah. So
Five
five rounds,
rounds that
45 minutes.
back to back.
Yeah, back to back,
Yeah.
45 minutes each. So it was 1 hour slot, but
Like
the
you
interview would finish in 45 minutes. You would get like 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes to just,
break a
yeah,
small break.
yeah, catch your breath. Yes.
Yes, yes. That's quite intense. Yeah, before we get into that, I also wanted to ask you this. Like, you already mentioned you didn't have a referral. You directly went to their career page and uploaded your CV, right? CV and cover letter. Was it mandatory or
No, there was no cover letter. I,
okay?
I used my,
Okay.
yeah,
So
I,
yeah, like this
and
is one thing I wanted to
yeah,
ask. Like, well,
with respect to Google, you're not applying for any specific team or any specific position, right? So
mm,
basically, you will complete the interview, then
mm,
you will put into a poll. So
mm,
basically, for me, like, I heard that, like, the process changed a bit, but at that time what happened was, like, after the final interviews, if you clear the bar, what they would do is they'll put you in a pool where different hiring managers, right,
mm.
they would see your profile, and whoever is interested, then you have to speak with hiring managers.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay, so
Yeah, so
the one thing like,
uh,
do you have any idea about like how powerful is a referral in Google? Like, for example, a Google internal employee is able to refer you. Do you have any idea about that? Like,
Uh,
do-
so I think once I joined, like, I've started referring so many folks.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, I think it adds value.
Hmm.
At that time, like when I joined, what I noticed was like there were a lot of open positions, right?
Hmm.
Companies were hiring, there were a lot of open positions, and uh, it was easier to get at least like the initial call
Yeah,
at
yeah.
that time. But things
Mm. Yes,
started to change, right? Now I
because
think an internal referral actually adds more value.
more value. Yes, because we also like students. We also interact with a lot of students, right? So part of mentorship. So we always ask students to build the network, like which always
Yes,
helps in long term, right? Like when
yes.
someone or your friend or some mentor who is in Google or some company, any company, like if they are able to refer you, it really adds to it's a long term
Value,
value.
yeah.
Like
Basically,
having
exactly there are like whenever I submit a reference, there are bunch of questions. It's not like okay, send an email to this person. No, like there
hmm,
is 4 or 5 questions that we need to answer before
yeah.
the submit referral is actually
So
submitted,
yeah,
and
I
they would
think
get a link.
yeah, that's this is the same exact advice we also give. Like build the network, keep a contact
Yes.
with people. Like
So exactly, like
when
if I have to if I'm referring you and if I have to put some information about you and okay, I know Praveen, and
mm,
how do you know Praveen? How would you rate? Not
mm,
rate, like how would you rate his work, etc. Not in that exact sentence, but something of that sort. How
yes, yes. So
uh,
it's good to
kind of
have
like
a
why we should hire you? Why I would recommend you? I need to
mm,
know about you, right? To
yes,
recommend
yes.
you.
So
So
instead
that's
of
where this.
yes, yeah, I think like many people like just resort to cold messaging people on LinkedIn. Please refer me. So rather than that, it's this long term
Yeah,
like
build a
network building
connection.
is.
So if somebody just come just message me asking like, hey, can I have a referral? I'm like, okay, I can send the referral link, but like when I'm completing the form, my response will be like will be a cold one, right? Similar to
Yes,
like how I
yes,
got the message,
yeah, yeah.
because I don't know anything about you.
Exactly, like that's what we also think. Like when personally some people cold messages like for referral, etc. But yeah, that interesting to like wanted to get that aspect from you. But yeah, let's move to the next part. Like okay, now you talked about phone screening, the first round. So you talked about this 5 rounds. Like, are they all coding and how it is split? Is it according to the role you are applying? How does it work? Like some brief.
So they wouldn't specify exactly which level you
Hmm.
are being interviewed for. That they decide based on your interview performance.
Okay.
And out of these 5 rounds, there were four technical rounds and one Googliness, basically behavioral. Are you the right fit for
Mm.
Google? So they'll do that as well. The 4 rounds were very technical, I would say. Yeah. And they would basically assess your system architecture level,
Mm.
all those things during that. I mean, they wouldn't put it in words and say that, okay, this is where we
Mm.
will evaluate your system design, etc., etc. But they would
Mm.
they would do it in the background.
Okay, 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 got it. So, one thing you already mentioned, like recruiter is with you in contact through all these rounds, right?
All these
Like
projects, yes.
from your experience, like up till like what can we ask them? Like how can we really get benefited in their conversation with the recruiter? Like can we talk about the interview formats or how can they help us or any experience you had? Or
Yes. So basically, your recruiter want to get you hired into Google, right? That's
Mhm.
where their benefits, I would
Yes,
say.
yes, yes, exactly.
That yeah,
Yes.
that's their goal. So
Mhm.
every recruiter that is messaging you, they want you to come into their company.
Yes.
So don't think that like they are working against you or anything. They are there to help you for sure.
Mhm.
Yes. So I had so many questions. So you asked me like what language
Yeah.
they should use, right? They can definitely ask their recruiter,
Mhm.
are there any preferences of language during these interviews? Any questions? No questions are dumb to the
Yes, yes.
recruiter. They'll patiently answer. They'll send you resources if you ask. they'll send you resources for sure, but if you need more, if you need any accommodations, they
Mm,
are very I mean, they'll mostly try to accommodate any and all of your requests.
okay. So,
Yeah.
generally, they kind of make the process more comfortable and friendly, make a friendly
Yes.
environment, right? So, I think you,
Yes.
the
Yes.
we as a interviewee also should make use of like getting more information from them and take help from them. And
Exactly. Yes.
yeah, okay,
So
nice.
they're there to help you make the most out of it.
Okay.
Ask any and all your doubts to them. Clear everything. Yes.
Yeah. So again, like one
Even if
more.
so, during my process itself, my recruiter changed couple of times. I think like one or two times,
Mhm.
and but the process wasn't completely broken. There was the continuation. So whatever you told one recruiter, right?
Mm.
The new recruiter was able to pick from that point.
Okay. 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 So yeah,
So
now we
they
talked
are
about.
they're actually, yeah, they're actually noting down what your progress is
Okay. So they can
and
also
whatever you are talking about. Yes.
pick up or if they had to hand over. Nice, nice.
Yes.
So then one another thing, like you already mentioned, you practice lead code for coding, but you also mentioned you have behavioral interviews, system design little bit. So how do you prepare for that? Like technical preparation is one thing. Like many
Mm-hmm.
people think technical is the 100% part, but what do you think? Like behavioral, did you had to prepare something extra, or did you just like how was it?
I think up until that point, I was attending other interviews as well, right?
Mm.
And I would say probably like my past experience had helped me there
Mm. Okay.
a bit. Basically, like during behavioral round, as I said, like what they are assessing is, are you a right fit for Google? Are you
Mm.
a team player?
Okay.
So the questions would be of that sort, right? How would you react to an adversarial situation? Like
Okay.
they'll give you some situations and assess whether
You are the
you are able to, yeah, you are able to handle that situation well. So I honestly, I did not have to prepare anything special for my behavioral round. uh, as I said, like my previous experience, I would say, had helped me a lot
mm,
during that round, I would, yeah. And uh, during my previous job, right before Google, the job that I did, I used to do interviews. So, and we were actually like looking for these things in the
yes, yes,
interviewee.
yes, yes.
Yes.
So like yeah, it's
So the
the overall experience you gained through time which
yes,
really helped you.
basically, yeah. What you have to show is you are a good team player. You are
Mm,
approachable.
mm,
All those things matters actually.
okay, yeah, understand. So yeah, that's really good. So again, like just for system design, did you again prepare something specific, or did you?
Yes, system design. I don't exactly remember which site it was there. I mean, but honestly, like there are a lot, and now with even with ChatGPT or Claude, like you can, it
Yes.
can be a good partner for you to do the
Yeah, yeah,
system design
definitely,
interviews,
definitely.
right? Yes.
Like,
I think like I actually I had a book. There is this system design interview book. I forgot which volume that I had.
mm,
I used to practice that a lot.
okay, okay.
And most of the common ones, I think URL shortener, all those things. Yes, I
Mm,
did spend my time on it. But like as I said, Google's question wasn't exactly from any of these resources, right?
yeah.
I don't think like I had seen the questions that were asked to me
Mm,
anywhere in during my lead code. I think I did around 250, 260 problems like when I
okay,
was practicing.
okay, okay.
But yeah, I hadn't seen that. Basically, I mean, I'm not saying that it was useless. What I'm saying is like doing that problem give you
The
a perception of like how to think, right? How to
mm,
think algorithmically, like how to approach the problem. That's what matters. Basically, like you need to explain your steps, ask the right questions. All
okay.
those things matters, and
Yeah,
the
definitely.
the lead code questions help me with that.
Mm. Yeah, like that's the thing, right? Like you cannot expect the exact question, but the whole idea
Question, yes,
is like building the foundation, strengthening your
exactly,
like approach,
yeah.
problem solving capabilities. Right? Nice, nice.
Yes.
Like that's good. So I think we covered almost all the interview types and interviews. So after the interview, like what was it like? How long did you had to wait? Or
So once
how?
I heard that, I think towards the end of December was when I heard that like I cleared all the interviews, and they mentioned that like then the team match phase started. As I
Ah,
said, like that process changed a bit, I think now, but at that time, then the team matching started. Basically, they would share my profile with all the hiring teams, and
mm,
whoever is interested, they would schedule a call with me. So before this team matching phase, sorry, they would ask you like which was your preferred location.
mm,
And initially, I chose a location where the roles were very limited, and due to which, like, I did not get many calls,
okay.
many calls from hiring managers. So then I went back and said, okay, I'm okay to move. I can move to California. I'm okay to do that. That's when I started getting hiring manager calls.
Okay.
So that's also a very, very, very important thing. Like you need to make sure uh, the place which you
Mm,
have as your primary, right? They have enough positions there. That matters.
okay. Is it nice? That's a really good point. Like because it might get missed in like what
Yes.
to
I
implement.
mean,
Yes.
California, it's they have a huge office over
Mm,
there, and it's their
yeah, that's
yeah.
headquarters.
So that's why, yeah, headquarters, right? That's why
Yes.
I chose finally.
Mm.
Initially, I was trying to stay within Texas itself. Then, like once I started getting no calls, I was like, okay, I'm ready to move. I'm
Yes.
ready to relocate.
Yes.
That's when I started getting calls, and I was getting a lot of calls once I decided that.
Yeah, any specific preparation we have to keep in mind for this hiring manager interviews, or it is casual? Just
So before the call, your recruiter again would give you a overview of like which team it is, like who you are
mm,
going to talk to, etc., etc. So ideally, I used to uh, do a bit of research if I can
mm,
find like information about the team that's hiring me, the person that's hiring me, and I would ask questions based on what they do. They uh, it wouldn't be something technical. They ask about my experience,
mm.
and they'll look. I think they are looking for some attributes here and some attributes. I don't know like exactly what they
Okay,
are,
okay.
but try to answer the questions as honestly as possible. And
Yeah.
uh, yeah, and from my side, I would ask like how they what the product they are working on
Mm.
is, and like how their day goes, like how the team's day goes,
Yeah,
etc.,
yeah.
and like how many members, how many leads, etc.
I think that's also matters. Like
Yeah,
how interested, like that also a measure of how interested you are in this
exactly. Yes. What is the
product.
primary language
Mm,
that the team is using?
mm,
So is there a user interface? Is there a service the team wants? The
mm.
questions like that, right? Basically, yes. You need to. I think the recruiter also mentioned that, like, you need to show that you are interested in the team. That is important.
Yes, yes. That is, yeah, definitely. Like that's what I think most of the managers
Yes.
will be looking for. Yeah, it's nice. Like I think we talked about end-to-end the interview process, the preparations, etc. So yeah, now I want to ask you. So how has it been in Google? Like now you are 5 years here. Things have changed a lot. Like it's like last 3 years, it's for AI era again. And
Yes.
what do you feel now? Like what was compared to your previous job? Like did you like the upskilling, the learning you got in Google? Any comments on that?
Yes. So as I said, my previous company was compared to Google was very. I mean, the number of employees itself is like very very less, right? Google has
Yeah.
around 190,000 employees or
Oh
something, I
yes.
guess.
Yeah.
And my previous company, the IT was close to 200, I think,
200. Okay.
200, 300 folks. Yeah. So the size difference was huge. And
Mm.
from first day onwards, I could see that difference, like how their onboarding process is.
Mm.
Everything was like very different compared to what I had experienced before.
Mm.
And it was a bit overwhelming
Ah,
initially,
okay.
and that's expected, right? That's
Yes,
expected.
yes, yeah.
I mean, but you will have time to learn. You will have time to
Mm,
adapt. So once you join, you are not from day one onwards. You will be working with your team or anything. No, there will be, or at least like at that time, there used to be a 3 weeks program where like you are introduced to all the internal tools, resources, all
mm,
those things, and uh, after that only like you will start working with your team.
okay.
Up until then you will be in contact with your manager, but like very very limited, like once in a week
Mm.
you will speak with him for 15-20 minutes, and that's about it. There will not be any actual work that you do. It's mostly like, okay, learn this thing. That's
On
what it used to happen. Again, like things might have changed now.
Yes, yes, because now the
Yes,
expectations and everything is changing, right? We are seeing this
changing. Yes,
every day in our even our companies, like how
yes.
their the delivery expectations are even from the very early days. That's what we also tell
And
students.
yeah,
Yeah,
as I said, like I mean, once you join, right? At least like I think most of us will have that feeling of imposter syndrome, right?
yeah,
Am I in the right place? So
yes,
I think like it's common. It's
it's
common
common.
to happen. But like once you, yeah, but uh, you'll learn a lot of things. You'll learn a lot of things. You'll learn a lot of new tech, Google specific internal tech, and you'll be all right. That's
Yes,
what I'm basically saying. Like
yeah, yeah.
right now I'm confident enough to, and my team is confident in me
Mm,
to give me projects
yeah,
to basically like to give me projects to lead.
yes,
So
yes.
that level of confidence, that level of trust,
It's
you're
built
gonna
over
you're
time.
gonna
Yes,
gain it. Yeah, over time, exactly. Like this 4 years helped a lot.
yes. Yeah, so like within yeah, this is definitely this the saying, right? Like whenever you feel like more uncomfortable or like anxious, maybe it's something big, like you're upskilling, like you're challenging yourself more. So
Yeah,
it's an you are
and the
going to
team
a new
also
phase.
was very helpful at that time. The
Mm,
team was very helpful, very accommodating at that time. Like they know, okay, you're new to. So one of my lead at that time was in Google for 5 years already. So
okay.
he helped me a lot.
Mm,
And it's a phase, right? It's a learning curve
yes,
that
yes. So I think you
that
got
you
the
have to. Yeah.
right mentorship there as well, right? So
Yes,
that's what we are
that also
also.
matters.
We also tell a lot of students and these professionals we speak to, like try to this mentorship is
So
very important in
exactly,
every
as you said,
phase.
the
Yes,
network building, it's not like before you get into it. It just doesn't end when you get into Google. You start building more networks
yes,
once
yes,
you
exactly. Yeah,
get into it.
yeah, and they like really help you with the like some when you are in difficult phases, like how to tackle because they
Yes,
have already
yes,
seen this many times, and probably they
this
have
thing.
also helped
Yes,
many others in many times. So Nihal,
yes,
yes. So yeah, like very interesting journey, like we talked about today. Like when we didn't talk about your previous experiences, but getting into Google, and this is like because these are some of the very common questions we get, right? So today, like, are you? I don't know if you are involved in any hiring for any recent years, if you are taking interviews or not. Like, do you have any comments on what have changed, like in interview formats? Because we now everyone is expected to use AI tools and coding agents. So did anything changed in the process, or is it still the same?
uh, I think like so there was so you talked about mentorship, right? I was
Yeah.
part of providing mentorship to some students through Google itself, basically.
Mm,
So there are such programs run by Google itself, with some third parties involved, obviously. But basically, there will be one-on-one sessions where you would conduct like mock interviews with these students.
okay. Okay.
Okay, so basically, yeah, again, like what we talked about, the mentorship, right? That definitely matters. And as for your question about the interviews, I haven't done any interviews like since I joined in
Okay.
Google. I heard that like it's slightly changed, but like more or less it's still the same, like where you're expected to write in the Google Doc itself.
Mhm.
That's what that I mean, it might be outdated, but that's what I
Okay,
last
okay,
heard.
okay. So it's still
But yeah,
important to get your basics correct, right? Still, that doesn't
correct,
change,
yes.
anyways. Yes,
That doesn't change. I mean,
yeah,
yes, AI is there, but
yes. But
but you
you need
still
to
know
make the
your foundation should be your
still
fundamentals should
solid.
be strong enough.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think now, like we were also discussing, Shibin also was there in previous sessions. We were discussing this. So still, you need to understand the foundation and maybe more focus on the systems part, right? Like where you understand
Yes.
how systems work. I mean, like what needs to be taken care of because you are in Google handling probably billions of transactions. It's not simple thing to
It's
like
not.
simple
Yeah.
engineering. So that comes with a lot of practice, knowledge, discussions, and like doing
Yes.
practical stuff.
So let's say like I had AI write some code and like without any testing, without any review, I just push it to production and something breaks. I don't know where to look, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yes, you should learn your basics. You should familiarize with all the systems.
Hmm.
Yes, AI can help you. AI can do things for you, but you should still
Yeah.
learn things.
Yes. Okay, Nihal. So, like, I think we have like almost half an hour done. So let's wrap it up. And before that, last thing, like, do you have any suggestions for like our viewers? Like, most of them are now in second year or third year of college engineering. So, and many are like ambitious and they want to crack Google, Meta, like big companies. So, what do you think? Like, how should they start at very early stage, like where they are now? Any final suggestions? And yeah,
Yeah, as we said already, fundamentals, foundations
mm,
is really important, right? So
yeah,
that's why like lead code might be I'm not sure like how much of a help it is now for like any other interviews. I would still say like go and practice them
hmm,
because you need to have that thinking process. Like
yeah,
you might not be seeing the same questions,
yes,
but like once you might see similar questions and you'll be like, oh, okay, this might be a good
mm,
approach for this. So approach, like whenever you're telling your interview, during the interview process, that really matters, right? The communication, you have to constantly speak, like think out loud.
mm,
Whatever ideas you have in your mind, communicate it with your interviewer because like that person is also sitting there to help you. Like you
yes,
throw out some ideas,
mm,
they might give you some hints here and there.
yeah,
So yeah, what I'm saying is like so practice so that like your thinking process
mm,
is improved, and network. As I said, like it might not be as easy as before to get all these
mm,
calls, right?
yeah, yeah,
So build a network. If
mm,
find a mentor if you can,
hmm,
because like that really helps
yes,
before getting into, after getting into.
yes, definitely agree with you. Any phase of life you are, it's good to have technical, non-technical
Yes.
mentors.
Yes.
So Nihal, yeah, like so it was very like exciting and to get to know lot of interesting information which you shared today. So yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for spending this time with us. And I think like we hope we will do more like deep dive technical sessions
Sure.
later with you. And till
Sure.
then,
Yeah.
like see you then and have a
Yeah.
good day.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having
Yeah,
me
see
here.
you.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you.